Well, fishing as a co-angler can be tough, whether that's a tournament or whether you're just out with your friends for an afternoon on the water. When you don't have control of the boat, oftentimes it puts you in a position where you may not feel you can be as successful. Well, I want to talk about some finesse fishing tactics that co-anglers can use, and during my tournament years, I'll tell you what, I had many great co-anglers that did a tremendous job out of the back of the boat using these techniques, and oftentimes they caught more than I did. If you're in a situation where you've got a hard bottom composition, dragging a Ned Rig as a co-angler is so good. You're gonna have to keep peeling line to make sure you maintain bottom contact or put a heavier jig head on there. But I have seen so many times where co-anglers just have got their spinning gear off the back of the boat, they're holding it there, and just really feeling as they're dragging that Ned Rig as the boat is moving down the shoreline. It is a tremendous tactic. Next, if you're fishing deeper anyway and your angler in the front is drop shotting, a great tactic as the co-angler is to power shot, put a heavier weight on there and get down to the zone quicker. Unless the bass are hitting it on the drop, this heavier weight's not going to impact anything negatively. You're just going to get that lure down there quicker, and over the course of a day it's going to give you so many more presentations, which should translate to more bites and to more fish. My next one is to use finesse jigs. So let's say you're working down the shoreline, working shallow cover, right? And the angler in the front of the boat could be throwing any variety of things. Well, if the co-angler ties on a finesse jig, a small jig like 1/4 ounce or smaller with a very compact trailer, they can work right behind somebody and pick up bites that the person in the front of the boat was not getting. So finesse jigs are definitely something a co-angler wants to have in their tackle bag. Focus on that first break or that first major depth change, and I like to use a shaky head for this. When the person's in the front of the boat, maybe focused up on the shoreline, and you're just kind of in the back, hanging out towards the deeper water, you're already in good position. Now, you may or may not get numbers of bites, but oftentimes focusing on that first depth change with a finesse presentation like a shaky head is going to get you quality bites. And hey, speaking of fishing deeper, okay, let's say you decide to throw some Texas rigs out the back as a co-angler. If you want to watch a video on something that we often forget about when fishing our Texas rigs deeper, go ahead and check this one out right here. And make sure that you go out and encourage someone today. You never know how you might just change their life. For the Bass Fishing Life, I'm your host, Steve Rogers.